Welcome, everyone. This is the day 5 training live call session and prospecting. What we're going to be doing today is just live calls, getting people on the phone and introducing them or recommending them that they take a look at this or we schedule time to talk. So, never heard of recommendation selling, but selling is really you're making a recommendation. Okay, so I'm going to hold training on that one day, but it's all about making a recommendation to someone. And those who think you're not selling, you're not in sales, you're kidding themselves because everything is selling. Whether you're selling your kids on a better lifestyle or your spouse on taking out the trash, or it's your parents on eating healthier, whatever it is. So you're selling something to somebody. You may not be paid for it, but there's some sort of value to it. So selling is everywhere. You're making a recommendation or an encouragement to different people. So let's get started today. I want to go ahead and call some of my prospects that I've got here that I got to work back on, and I got a list of about 120 myself that I kind of work through just on my handwritten prospect list. And as we talked about in the day 1 training guide, was write down your prospects on a pad, not even a pad, on my prospect sheet that I give to you in the new member getting started guide. It's so important because when you write your prospects down, there's a power in doing that. So make sure you have them written down. It's also, your computer's down, you're out. You never know when that one single call is going to be just the one that changes your life or someone else's life for the better. So you could be at a doctor's office, you could be anywhere, and you make that one single call. So definitely write your prospect list down and call. Call whenever you can. It's not always going to be the perfect time. So definitely carry it around with you. There's a power in writing the prospects' names down. So I'd highly, highly recommend that. So let me start it here. When I do my prospecting, I always write. I keep a little pad. I give you my weekly planning, the goal setting templates, like the first attachment of the members getting started guide. What I do is I check mark everything in there. And so on day 1, which is we're on Friday, right? It's actually day 5. So I'm just gonna kind of check like total calls for the day. Hey, Gavin, mail for Matt.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, I can't really talk but
Okay, so sounds good. I added you on the Skype when we talked. I think it was yesterday. I want to see if you got me there.
I didn't hop on Skype, man. I got wrapped up.
All right. Well, then sounds good. Is there a particular time that's better for you? How about Saturday at around 1 Eastern?
Um, I think I'm busy on Saturday.
Okay. Evening better for you, Matt?
Um, I don't know. I tell you what, I mean, when I accepted the Skype from you, that I accepted it.
Sounds good, man. I'm not one that's going to call you a lot, so you got a chance to talk with me now. If you don't want me calling, you tell me. I'm not going to bother you, man. So, but I mean, I'm happy to. You got an opportunity to talk with me now. So, or just tell me when to call you, and I'll be glad to. But if there's not a time, then we'll just, maybe we'll catch up some other time on Skype.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'll just message you on Skype, let you know what's up whenever I get on Skype.
All right, you take care, Matt. Thanks a lot. Okay, so what I was saying though is you just jot down your calls that you make, and just kind of let you know where you're at for every day, and have a goal. What's your goal that how many calls you're gonna make today? How many calls are you going to, do every day? How many calls are you gonna make for the week? We talk about this in the training session in day 1, but it's important that you hold yourself to this because you're your own boss. If you don't want to do something, you don't do something. Okay, so you're the only one that's really going to hold yourself accountable for things. I mean, yeah, we're going to be here to help you, encourage you, but when it comes down to brass tacks, is you're the one that's responsible for your own actions. So if you want to be a top producer, if you want to be a top earner, if you're motivated by making 6 figures a month, okay, let's say even 5 figures a month, but if you're motivated by even the big money or even 5 figures a month, it can be done. But I would highly recommend that you just follow in the training guide the top producers everyday approach. Hey, this is Gavin for Dylan. because in that it will show you what top producers do every day. Really important. You want to get ahead. You want to be a top earner. Act like one. Never forget when I started when I started at the big company back in the day, and I was nobody in the company. Was actually branch was the worst branch in the company. I had no idea. Huge 10,000 person organization, and I was just a kid out of college. Didn't know anything, but I knew I could sell, and I knew I had confidence. And I came in there, and they were the ended up being the worst branch in the company. But I didn't matter. I had so much confidence in there that I was going to be the best that I told them that in the interview, and they hired me, and it ended up being true. So it's really you got to believe in yourself and come across when you're talking to people. Hey, how's it going, Don? This is Gavin Mail. Happy Friday.
Hey,
Hey, Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question, Don?
sure.
Hey, good. Thanks. We talked on Saturday. I actually hand delivered a letter to you in snail mail. I think it would have been probably by today. You would have gotten it from. Did you get that in the mail in the snail mail?
Yeah.
How's the weather out there? You guys cold in Michigan? Oh my gosh, you got the furnace on? Well, don't let the lake freeze over. Man, hey, I'm glad I got to actually personally. I don't do a lot of those letters, but we talked on Saturday. You sound like a pleasant guy to talk to. So I'm doing my training calls today, and I just wanted to see if I can ask you a couple questions. Did you get a chance to read that executive summary?
I read that letter, yeah.
What is it? Can you give me what your understanding of it was, or any questions that you have?
I'd have to go back and review it.
Here's what's in it for you, Don.
I'm sorry, what?
Here's what's in it for you. All right. That's what you want to know. What's in it for me? So, what's in it for you is five figures. And let's just be conservative, okay? Let's say it takes you 90 days, but five figures a month. And I mean residual income every single month, retire, walk away, not do another thing. All right. And it's going to build from there. Now, this isn't something you have to spend money on every month or pay or buy products or put something in a garage or none of that. This is a very unique system. This is not like a traditional multi level marketing company or some sort of gifting program or any of that. So, I just sent you the executive summary. It's professional for executives to read, and it kind of gives you an overview as to what it is. But if I remember right, you're more of a kind of a phone guy. You talk on the phone. You deal with a lot of phone people that you sell right now and what you're doing. But are you a computer guy as well?
Not really.
Not as much so, right? You're more on the phone, which is good, man. I mean, that's actually how I do things as well, person to person, because I believe that that's the way to go. You really want to stand out. And that's how what we do here is we stand out. We talk to people, we get to know them, as opposed to just saying, "Here's a website." It's so boring. Let the website talk. I mean, we could. I don't believe in that. Not that we can't do that. But I just don't believe in it as much. I like to connect with people. So, what is it you're passionate about, Don? I mean, I know you're keeping the heat on and keeping warm, but what is you really passionate about? What's your goal? What are your goals?
Well, I do an hour in the morning after it goes out on the satellite and the internet in the morning and the internet different venues in the afternoon. It's basically with militia. It sells night vision for me.
Wow, the night visions, huh? Well, maybe I could buy one from you. I would love to, man.
What would you be interested in? I got gun sights, I got goggles, I got viewers, I've got binoculars and binoculars, I've got green screens, the standard night vision, I've got thermal.
Probably more of the
A
standard.
piece of thermal I can put in the mailbox for $5 less than 2,000. A piece of thermal.
A piece of what?
It's a tremendous price
A piece of what, Don?
of thermal imaging.
What's that? I'm green
Night
here.
vision. It's night
Oh,
vision.
oh wow. Okay.
That's a tremendous.
I don't even know the first thing about that. I'm green about it, but I know that I've been looking at the night vision goggles. That'd be something I'd be interested in. Just to have those would be nice to have. I'm not a big hunter or anything, but definitely something I've had my eye on. So that's a good little bit. How's business?
Oh, it is up and down like anything else. I haven't been doing that lately.
Good. Is that your primary business?
I collect disability also.
Okay. Nice.
Sometimes I sit around the phone.
How's your health? How's your health?
Not bad. I can't complain. I'm still here.
Well, I mean, how would you like to be able to collect income in an offshore account, and have it completely off, just a nice offshore account and access it by a card, where you don't even have to bring it into your bank account if you don't want to.
Mm, money, the more of it, the better.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about here. Is that's actually how you're gonna be paid. Is everything's done through your processor, and so you set up an offshore processor, no charge for that, and that's where you get paid. You can either put money on your prepaid debit card, go to the ATM and pull it out cash if you want to, or you can send you a check, or you could just have a simple wire transfer to your bank, ACH. So it's up to you how you want to do it. But it's nice, because it sounds like you got some other things, some incomes, other ways you're doing things. Have a little variety. It's nice. I was out yesterday, had my card, and I just wow, throw my card down, and I pay with my card. It's just it's through the processor, which is out in I don't know, Cayman Islands or something. So it's kind of nice to be able to have that variety, where you're getting your other income, and you get to something that's completely separate from that as another stream. It's called cash flow. Does cash flow make you happy?
Oh, sure.
Who
Most anybody would answer yes to that.
doesn't like cash flow?
Bank robbers, yeah.
Cash flow, baby. That's called cash flow is the residual. Where you're making the money every single month. Doesn't matter. You got the money coming in, and you can't go wrong with it. Uh, well, when are you going to be out? I know you say you go to the computer. Is it in the morning or afternoon, or how many times a day or week?
Oh, once in a great while I'll get into town.
Wow,
Yeah, I'm a homebody.
it's all good. How do you keep track of who you're working with right now in the way it calls? And do you know any? Here's what I'm looking for. And I sent you kind of the overview. Here's what I'm looking for. I'll be just frank with you. I actually I'm actually the director of sales with the company, so I got a bunch of people, a group I already oversee as well. But I would love to get a
When I talk with my guy at my
yeah,
major night vision stores, I talk with the president of sales, like
you do. Okay, nice. You're right up at the top.
well, they show me a bit of appreciation.
Well, you're probably good at what you do by talking to you. People, you have a good trusting voice over the phone.
That kind of fits into the radio thing.
Hmm.
It comes in handy there, I guess. But I have this one guy, Mark Huber, out of Idaho. He sells what is it? Night. I can't remember, but it's a daylight scope. The glass is so good that you can use it down into low level into the night, so it's really dark. But his name is Jeff Huber, and I've had him on here a number of times offering up his product. I tell him right on the air. I tell him off the air, man, we should do a radio show. You got that radio voice, man. Just butt at
That's beautiful. Well, maybe that would be a great person to work with. I mean, really, what you need here is two people. I mean, are you committed to getting two leaders, at least letting me talk with them, and so that we can build, we can basically can get you to build this income for you. I mean, are you committed to doing that, to finding at least two?
Well, two's a hard number here. I live out in the country. A lot of things are spread so far.
Oh, well,
Um,
we don't do meetings or anything in person, so it's all over the phone. We don't actually go anywhere, so you have to introduce me to them on the phone. Would you be willing to do that?
I'd like to know more, before I start involving other people.
Oh, well, you gotta become a member first, of course, but that's just kind of the qualification. You gotta be committed to getting two, and if it takes us to talk to 10 people or 5 people or 2 people or 20 people, but we gotta commit you to getting two because that's how you're gonna build your residual income. Just two. That's it. And they got to be two people that you're going to like and work with. So what I would recommend is grab that letter that I sent you, take another look at it, and I can call you back later this afternoon, or I can give you my direct line. What's better for you?
Shoot me your number.
Nine one
Give me
six.
just a second.
Okay.
Go.
916 375 1598. This is Gavin. Did you think I wouldn't call?
I wasn't good.
Well, I didn't forget about you.
I'm on a whole bunch of lists now. I'm getting people want me to buy oil wells, yellow diamonds.
I'm doing one of my new guys is on the line. Let's see if you. I do see Jeff. Let's see if I can unmute him. I don't know if I can. I can't unmute him for some reason. He's on the. I have a training call I do right now at this hour. So once you're a member, you'll be on the training calls with me at this time every day. So I get my crews on, my guys in there, and we get them. We do calls like this, and I'll have them listen in sometimes and call their prospects and help them. And so it's really interactive. And I've never found a more powerful business that you could just work from the comfort of your home and have the synergy of working with a group as well. You don't have a computer, so you're not on the computer all day at all. Is the internet connection weak where you are? Are you out in the country?
Oh yeah, I'm right in the center of the palm here.
Oh man. Well, I'll tell you what, John. Give me a call back after you take a close look at that executive summary, okay?
Great.
All right, my friend. You have a great day, sir. Ciao.
Enjoy.
Okay, great. So I actually talked to that gentleman on was it actually Saturday of last week. Just cold called him up, and you know this business can be done without a computer and right in front of you all day long. I'll be God honest with you. If you're a pro on the phone, if you know how to talk on the phone, you're done. If you're a pro on the phone, you technically could do this without being in front of a computer all day. Absolutely, because this is real hands off. You don't need an army. So I like somebody like that guy. I liked him. I was like, that's fine. I sent him a little letter actually, and I sent him a letter with the executive summary. How cool is that? I got that, and next thing you know, it stood out. He's probably going to do it. 2084. And 21. Hmm.
Call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Remember we talked about yesterday. Always leave a message. A message must be of curiosity, okay? Have posture and leave a message about curiosity. It's so important. Create curiosity. To me, and Felix, this is Gavin. I got a question for you. Give me a call back. 916 375 1598. Hmm. Sometimes I forget to call certain people. It's so important to have a organization on your list here. You kind of mark who your prospects are, and I put a little star next to somebody, or I'll highlight them for the really good ones. I'll put and I'll put a check mark when I do the step one, and I'll put another check mark when I do step two, another check mark when I do step three. So definitely want to put some sort of a system together, and I would use what we got here already, but keep track of who you're calling, what stage they're at, Hey, Andre, this is Gavin. I got a question for you about business. Give me a call at 916-375-1598. Thank you. And I'm actually gonna end the recording. One more call. I'm gonna do one more call. I'm gonna end the recording. So let's see who we can wrap up here with and get somebody good right now. Hmm. And I would even recommend on your prospect sheet that you have in the training guide. You wanna really keep it clean. It's not a bad idea on your weekends to rewrite it because I'll get it, and there's so much mine has so many markings on them that they just almost erect, and I don't have them. So oh, this is all these people are scratched off. This is Gavin from Michael Jones.
Yeah, it's Gavin. This Mike.
Happy Friday. How you doing?
All right.
Can
I've
I
been swamped.
can I ask you
I
a
was gonna
question?
call you, but I misplaced your phone number, and
It's all good, man. I'm
swamped.
glad we reconnected. I actually, I had you on my prospecting list at one of my other lists, and I had you at the bottom, and I obviously overlooked calling you, so I would have normally called you sooner. My so I should apologize to you. So hey, are you still doing the Verizon cell phone stuff? Okay. Hey, are you on Skype?
No, I've got to get my my other computer took a dump. I gotta load that program.
We got to get you on Skype. There's no charge for it, and it's going to connect you with the world. Plus, once we start working together, you're going to be on Skype. You can work with everybody else in my team, my group here, and the company, all in English. I got a Skype room, so it's nice to connect with everybody there. Are you working right now? You at the office?
Yeah, I'm fixing a water heater right now.
When's a good time that I could call you back? You know, have your hands full of tools.
Um,
How about uh, how about like 3 o'clock, or would evening be better?
yeah, evening would be way better. Like
Let's shoot for 6.
6 my time.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's try that.
Okay, sounds good. Now I've got this number I'm calling you from is no good for a callback, so I'm just going to call you, or I can text you my number unless you want to write it. You probably got your hands full of tools, so I'll just call you back then. Okay, I'll put you down for a callback, but I'm going to send you a text message with my number on it so you don't lose it. Save it in.
Okay, yeah, I'll definitely do that.
All right, Michael. Hey, we'll talk to you at 6 Eastern. Okay, you have a great day.
You too. Thanks.
Ciao, man.
Right.
So that's going to do. I'm going to actually end the recording. As you can see, people. I talked to that guy actually just once before. We talked for a while. I gave him a demo, I believe it was, and he was, he's a good business guy, entrepreneur, interested. But I'm not hard selling some of these guys. I mean, I really don't need to, and you don't either. So just do the third party approach here. Come to these training calls. Let me help you, and let your sponsor help you out. I'm telling you, business is going to take off. I'm going to sign off on the training here, or at least on the recording. So thank you so much for your time. It's a great weekend.